What else? What else? I'm sending my GoFundMe campaign to people through Instagram. What else? What else? What else? What else? And I'm financially stable. I plan to start with many people. Ideally, polyamorous. What else? What else? What else? I'm seeking the death of everyone. That gets in the way of me receiving money. That steals my money. That stays in my homes without my permission. That steals my vehicles. It's May 25th, 2024. What else? What else? What else? What else? Porque como esa foto, not one of them will stop stealing from me. Wow. Anyways, these are cute. What is this one? I have a similar purse. Oh, I can see. What else? What else? What else? What else? Those are pretty too. Oh, that's pretty. That's a really beautiful. That's cute. That's really pretty. What else? What else? What else? What else? Um, Lord. Which version I want to just get water here. I got one of water on the Central Market. Some cheese. Some the serenade over there. What else? I could play with that purse. Or really, I have a purse from Target that I've worn with so many outfits and I've matched every single time. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? A lot of people call that and I really think, what else? What else? What else? That I'm a victim of rape, abuse, genocide. So I'm like, if that's all I can do, that's all I'm doing. That year really was 2020. What else? What else? What else? What else? I received like $100 from my dad and my business. I'm receiving. I'm getting betting. That means I'm gonna be in the hospital for a longer time. Like they would have sent me money to get out quickly. I'm like, I'm cold, uncomfortable here with this cheap bedding. So I got myself bedding from Target. What else? 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 I'm bored. I'm bored. I have bubbles in my apartment. What else? I can be here until later. When does the bus leaves? I'm cleaning my apartment the day after tomorrow. So I haven't had enough food, so I haven't been able to clean it from trash or something. That Kumbaga Inquisitor, illegal prostitute seeker, rapist, murderer, and thief uses my content sadly to get laid soon, most likely. He goes on and creates conversations with people and says, "Would you date her with that mess in her apartment? Let's just fuck you and I together." He's a sex addict who's very dangerous to others. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? 804 could be a possibility. Downtown via Broadway, running over to the Travis Park area, getting to 25. over to the east side. What else? What else? What else? What else? I've had several meals here at Central Market today, so lovely. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? And more. What else? Anyways, I've been watching those people steal from me. They get in the university and money the same way people steal my vehicles for more than 500. I started the Laugh Fest possibly around 2018. I'm like, ew, I've been starved to poverty, into poverty. What's coming up is me just probing a little bit, most likely based on what it is. And I was coached on decades ago by relatives. They're like, it's not my job to give you money, it's my job to use you to seek the death penalty for people that abuse you and abuse me. Well, I gauge if I'll give you money today. What else? 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 Porque I may have had a cold or diarrhea one day and you weren't there for me. And I know that, like, worst case scenario, if I had not had anyone else that day to help me, you would have over delivered me food or una Panadol or Tylenol to help me. Had you been able to? Oh, they do that. They write it down, I've heard. People like Serafin Lorenzo, they're like, hoy me dio una migraña. Like, they don't fake it. They're like, hoy me dio una migraña. And they say, not necessarily me, y me hubiese gustado decirle a fulana que me traerá una Tylenol y comida y agua. Y fulana is a victim of theft. Y no está por ningún lado where I can contact her. So they feel well informed to the FBI and said, on this day I really needed fulana and she wasn't there for me. And she's a relative and she has no obligation. But she is a victim of theft, so I'm worried about her. Who's gifting me money? Anyways, I think this. I don't know. Oh, can I read what this music out loud? So maybe another people. So they're like, I wish my picture wasn't out there. Or can I know how to date? I never once had an issue, and I was paid to be like, oh yeah, dating is so good for a podcast. All right. So that people have a forum to talk about it, because that I love to reply to emails and give advice, and to read other people's views and how they feel, and why life is so bad for some people. So I've heard that sometimes that they're not even the ones that are bad at dating. They're just like therapists to people. So they could that could be like their crisis in life that they like to fix and they're good at. What else? 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 They could be like spreading a gospel out there. Does it talk about rape on this one? What else? What else? What else? What else? My ass is protruding, but when is an ass not protruding? Like there. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Numbers game. Oh, some people love to brag that they know how to count and read. Seeking the level to that steal from me, that get in the way of me receiving money, that rape me, that drug me. Because they know my place in the planet as an influencer, so they're like that third prima that we hate and we must destroy. Ew, 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 ew. I think my internet from seeking money. What else? What else? What else? What else? Bucket acquisition, illegal prostitutes don't understand what an orgy is. They don't understand Catholicism. They don't understand new kids on the block. Break. They may go on. It's just orchestrated to where they have to use the restaurant at the same time. What's my dating profile for when I'm on Tinder again? God, I'm bored. I'm bored. What else? People to I may add like a little bit more specifics. I thought about that already. Like I'm into art, I'm into singing, I'm into eating chocolate, coffee, local restaurants. They're like great quality, but I love as much as I like sometimes olive restaurant, Olive Garden is fine. Unless we're like in the middle of the desert on a road trip. There's a McDonald's, like the map. Hopefully the for real, I don't know why I've been subjected to that. Is true. My mother would laugh at me. She was like, I'd rather see it from the TV sometimes just to not the stress of a dirty bathroom. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? It's stressful. What is the rules or why men love bitches? I want to read those books. I could go for it, but I don't want. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, porque they're playing like I'm a 2-year-old that needs to attend at least preschool where boys are being taught to her. And today they're like, it clicked to her. She learned human rights. Our babies, girl. That out of touch with reality, that crazy? No fucking way. Ew. De que ella no la llevara a ningún hotel, ni a ningún road trip, ni a ningún lado. Ew, qué asco. They're rapists, murderers, and thieves. Ew. Health or happiness. That's not they. They wouldn't even do petty fuck. What would be a petty fuck? I don't even know. I don't. Wouldn't want to have a petty fuck. What? What? What would be a petty fuck about dictionary? According to you, but then unless it's like a we know for okay. It's sex to what else? What else? Alaveda raped me, possibly got away with hiding it so well that a petty fuck from me in my grandparents' home. That may count as petty fuck. Okay, I go into it like that. So I'm like, whatever this is, I'm gonna label it a petty fuck under these circumstances and not get a time. What else? What else? What else? Petty as fuck me getting out of and him coming back and saying, can I have a moment with her without receiving? Porque I was drunk, so I didn't remember that he rapes me, steals from me. But based on my demeanor, what I remember, I'm like, I was drunk. Oh, dirty and rape was like, I might as well over here. But some people say that under the right care and self care, that's why I don't kill people. Apparently, too, that one is understanding. That one says, okay, that's what everyone was doing. Okay. So they steal my money trying to be like when I dated her, she was a baby without giving me consent. And I steal my money of her. Oh, do they like remember now that like, I arrived to an orgy and went straight to that pussy fun and licked them left and right. Oh, wow. So please don't let your retarded kids in an orgy without exceed like good behavior before you throw them on a floor to have sex. Pero maybe their parents did everything they could and they're really malagradecido people. What else? What else? What else? Or I'm over this time. I'm just supposed to be stealing back then, like maximizing your networking, asking people to give you money. Why do you steal? So they were probably already networking, or they're like, whoa, did you see your Tinder bio? Some of them would joke like that, but I heard that some people go into patterns. They're like, my social security is fine. I like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, I had a lot of money already blew through it, and I haven't even tried again to receive that kind of money. So I'm in my social security phase, but I'm fine because I don't have money, but I at least make a billion save for emergencies. No gifts, so decades ago, we need to maximize their potential so at the 5 years instead of stealing and networking for money without opening our leg or our clothes ideally unless we want to. That's what my mother has been saying all this time. But to hear a 5-year-old saying ownership and acquisition. Y si no, y si te demoras a aprender como una persona, alguien te va a matar. What? What is the opposite of a instead of like, vete a trabajar and give me a cut of that. It's like, mira, nene, vete a pedir dinero regalado, trabaja por él. Do anything you want that's legal. Or nena, porque si no, what's coming is a death penalty, ideally, for you. So a lot of people would rehabilitate themselves. But while I was that 5-year-old, they would also call the 13-year-old one, like 45 people behaves well like me and does everything right. So they're like, ella se parece a fulana que parece que todavía está en el colegio, ya está en el colegio. O esta otra que está en la universidad. So they're like, una casi por cada generación. So there's a 5-year-old, there's a 13-year-old, there's a 21-year-old that know how to behave out of hundreds of people. It felt like in conversation. In the meantime, for like 20 minutes, some people would get to dancing together and pretend together now. I thought maybe the rehabilitation happened. Some people would walk up to me just because I was dancing here. Oh, happy porque esta canción me gusta. O me la dejaron. Feliz de la vida, me rehabilité. And I'm like this. Like, why is that person even talking to me who's speaking? And they're like, porque usualmente they're like, pero nena, es que tú escribiste la canción o que te tiene que importar a ti. Pues déjame tranquilo, no me molestes. It's like, oh, a mí no me están prostituyendo ilegalmente. Mi madre es right, a mí me invitan a orgías con ese demeanor. A mí me invitan a orgías, no rape parties. Like I act insane para que la gente se vea bruta, porque hay gente que listens to that and they're especially like little kids that they're still raising, they're like, no, 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 they do is rape parties. And people are like, that's not what it is. You call it an orgy and behave well. Don't call it a rape party or host your own orgies where people have good self-esteem and it'll work out for you with the right people. What else? What else? What else? What else? What? Some of them think that they're like on a typewriter. The more they speak, the more words they put out there, their money, the more I to make me look like that with all the typing that I make. What else? What else? When it's already been written, it's called respect. What else? Oh, yo no te estaba hablando a ti. When I said buenos días, ooh, I look like an olive here. Who could be an olive there? Days later, shows up in a bus. I'm like an olive. 9 years younger than me, is 20 years younger than me in a bus. I'm like, oh, take me with you. And it's my second cousin fucking me. Like, maldita sea, I put a shout out for her money and an olive. Y no apareció el dinero y lo que apareció fue un olive. Y la bus sitting next to me. What else? Oh, Dios, olive que tan pelado y abusa. What else? What else? What else? Pero he may think of himself as Puerto Rican, very much mofongo, doesn't eat pasta. Doesn't even eat mac or just to make pasta. What? I don't want to get to know him. The way that he bullies me, pero he may be getting beaten up by the older ones that threaten him to kill him if he even goes near me. I don't want any of that drama. I'd rather die alone. But I don't want to die alone. no longer spaceship care. I did my toddler experience up until preschool and orgies where my parents had me. I was there. I don't think anyone got arrested because as long as there's respect, self care, and the opportunity to date other people, I think it was like I don't remember people, but I've heard that the love Sebastian Yatra have been there, relative of mine. What else? What else? So as long as there's opportunity to date outside of the family, it's all fun and games. Occasionally, someone will grab someone has to say like, "No, that's embarrassing." That they go. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Because I'm the type that needs to have feelings for someone to have sex. My parents supposed to, unless they drug me and recorded it, not bringing me to that orgies. And siblings because they want to keep up with their I'm so desirable. They steal my money, they stay in my homes without even my crushes. Trying to pretend that I'm still legal prostitute seeker. Help them. So keep me poor to try to keep me the baby of the family. They're embarrassing. We're no Latino poor. My family of origin. We're very and they faking being Latino poor for decades already, so they kill millions. I that I'm poor. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm bored. I'm bored. Apparently, that type of abuse of Latino poor had not happened in decades. But eso se pega. People say a lot of it. If people like this, these past months, like there was like historical beating up in Mexico the month that I didn't have electricity and Gloria Nirsa died. They killed Gloria Nirsa. They refused to do the right thing so that you know. And one can't even laugh at that much. It's like original when you have brothers that like look almost the same to you but are very much like identifiable that aren't you. So it tries to kill its brothers. Like, well, then I must remain original. Does it have a half brother out there that suffers from stupid trying to kill it? What is the expectation of love on the moon? I read this manuscript decades ago or some other book that's related to this. The thirst trap, the thirst. For real, they steal my mystery today. If that doesn't spell the thirst. What else? 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 Muy full. Why some people refuse to settle and then end up in dead end situationships. That sounds like them. Like, uh, like, just kidding. Some of these quotes are from 2020. Like, it's really trying to not die of starvation so that one can take Oh, Commission on Social Connection. What else? Global Development by the Guardian. Oh, I am mentioned here. What else? What else? So, who declares loneliness a global public health concern? Is what they want to say. They're so disgusting. Those people that I grew up around. What else? 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 Well, I mean, no. How does social connectedness affect health? By the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Like my face. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, 2021, the rising share of US adults are living without a spouse or a partner. Hell yeah. What else? What else? What else? Oh, I mean, your teeth. I haven't been to the dentist in 5 years. Oh, like really? No way. I've heard they do that. They're very dumb. And they're like, oops, I guess we have to let her die. Look at her teeth. I remember when she was like 6 months, her first tooth came out. Like, for they play them with people, kill them. What else? What else? What, what else? Oh, él está tratando de que a los 5 años se me caiga mi primer diente. No. That dumb kill it right now. Like, for real. They're embarrassing. They're so gross. What else? What else? What else? What else? Who's gifting money? 2017, why can I not find the one? David Ledesma's raping me. For having us raped me, maldita sea, Sarah Francis, and become stable so I can get back to being. Love is not enough. In 2020, one is doctors. Scientists identified the neural circuitry of first. I'm waiting for that tribal. The sad thing, I was so scared. Like, what if it comes programmed to be bitchy? Ooh, that was like my biggest fear. So when she, like, her first moments of being kind and be like, I'm gonna marry you all, and princesses are so sexy. We wear shorts and we don't get dirty at the place. I'm like, OMG, like I did it, I did it, I did it. Only single man in 2022. And what's behind the rise of lonely single men in 2022? What else am I reading here? What, what else? What else? Relationship, are you sure you want one? It's not those people that were bullying me, rape me, or trying to. Sometimes it gets done by a hater laughing at me or someone saying, I don't even think she'll read it. But it should be the live based on the abuse that I witnessed. So it's meant for one to laugh at the people that want. What What else? Anyways, we need to talk how to have conversations that matter. 17-year-old warned. People are like, I already heard that they're after vagina picture. I must write an article, send it to one of our sisters, and be like, so tell me about the last sex with myself. Pero with a penis in May 2016, the last day that I lived with Jaden and Kaylani's dad. 2019 dating apps are officially the most popular way to meet a spouse. I was on the internet all day. Tell them how they're doing with meetups in real life from now. What else? What else? What else? What else? Relationship, November 30th, 2021. There's still time. Some of these writers hang out with people like them. They're like, there's still time, guys. You can rip it. What else? What else? What else? Anyways, I'm adding my intro to when I am on Tinder again. What else? What else? I'm gonna be live. I'm gonna be like, guys. Oh, I should do that. Talk to someone on Tinder about mine. Guys, look at my bio. It says I just got you. Yeah, this is very interesting. I'm heading over to. I should have kept my receipt. Okay, I just bought water. Oh, you can put it in. What else? Oh, I'm getting a gallon of water. Some cheese, grapes, crackers, and chocolate. To bring to my apartment. Stop like I'm from lunch shopping.